rev it up and roll with America's premier motorcycle talk show. Open Road Radio is on the air with Gina Woods and other guest hosts. And now, with riding on their minds, here's your hosts of Open Road Radio.
All right, guest hosts are in the house. The Dazzlin and Penny FXR are in the house. Hey, ladies, what's going on?
Good evening, Gina.
Hello. How are you?
Gosh, we're all three back together, the three amigoettes.
Seems like it's been forever.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, and you know, it's not going to get any better.
No.
There's so many competing priorities this time of the year. It's full-blown riding season. Everybody, get your bikes out of the garage.
Well, the priority is definitely Open Road Radio, but there's other stuff that has to be attended to.
A lot of events happening.
Yeah, there really are. Wow. So there were a lot of events this weekend. I want to thank everybody for joining us on Open Road Radio. Welcome to the show for Motorcycle Mondays. We have Jeff Holt was going to be on with us tonight and had to cancel. He just got back from an event and remembered that he had an anniversary tonight. What? He's ever so lucky, I guess. Either it would have been his wife that shoots him or me. I guess he didn't care if I shoot him or not.
Right. He does
What
so much
about-
wrestling. They just got back from King of the Baggers. So, yeah. Thank God he didn't miss it, though. If that was me, I would have been a little upset, too.
I'll tell you, though, my honey said it to me this morning. You do so much for everyone. Can a man get a cocktail on the patio tonight? I said, absolutely.
Oh, man.
His headphones are coming off, and I'm going to meet Stevie for a shaken, not stirred martini.
Whoa, that sounds amazing. And you know what? That's really important. At the end of the day, that's what all this is about, right?
For sure.
I mean, I'm going through a motorcycle retrograde Monday. It has been the worst. And it's the worst time to start my 75 hard because I could really have a liquid beverage right now.
Is there ever a good time
To start it? No.
Never, right?
Never. No, my husband
Hey, guys.
gave me a new Blackstone flat top, so he's at home cooking for me.
Oh, man, you guys got it going on. See, when you're a single girl, well, you know, I had a pretty good time this weekend being a single girl.
It looked like you had a great time.
It really was. Let me tell you about the show first, and then we'll talk about it. So Jeff had to cancel, but we're going to get him back on very soon. He's got a lot of stuff going on, speaking of a lot of stuff. And Missi is going to join us tonight, and Missi is our favorite girl. She is a photographer, writer, just badass shovelhead writer, I should include. And she's going to talk to us a little bit about some of her background in motorcycling and in the industry. So that's really exciting. The Pandemonium Circus Ride in Panhead, the 75th anniversary of the Panhead, the 75th anniversary. Let me say that again. Can you believe it already?
That's crazy.
That's amazing.
I wasn't there when it started, but I did pick up a Panhead about 30 years ago. So I was kind of like 75, 30. I was kind of like halfway there. Kind of. Not really. Kind of below that.
Yeah.
But yeah, wow. So 75th anniversary. Tom Hinderholtz is going to talk to us today about the Pandemonium Ride, the Pandemonium Circus Ride. And what a lot of fun. I've been working with Tom, and it's just been a blast. Getting to know these folks and sponsors. And speaking of sponsors and getting to know, Pookie is on with us. She is one of the stops on the Pandemonium Ride. So they are serving the whole group a lunch. And then she talks and says, well, can you guys stay here for 2 or 3 hours? And Tom's like really on schedule. He's like, yeah, Pookie, whatever you need. And it's like, but she's a blast. Who wouldn't want to stay with her? Wait till you meet her. So she's going to talk with us as well. So all this and more on tonight's episode of Open Road Radio. We want to thank everybody for joining us. Please give it a like and give it a share. We'd appreciate that you do. And we want to talk about some of our sponsors brought to you by Full Throttle Law. The girls are in the studio right now.
I'll tell you what, I was going full throttle this weekend. If you count 35 miles an hour in the Apex as full throttle, but boy, did I have a blast out at the track this
Oh my
weekend.
God, we're going to talk about that in 1 second, dude. That was so much fun to watch you do that. So, Full Throttle Law Studios, they are our sponsor, as well as Andrew's Products, Doc's Harley Davidson, and the rest of these guys are on our Pandemonium Ride. So, we want to mention them: Wisconsin Harley Davidson, Bull Falls Harley Davidson, Bull Falls. Wasn't that funny? Did we do that, Patty? Was that you and me?
No,
Bull
that was us. That's why I
It
said,
was you and me. Yeah, see, I never know because both of you are here and there, and I love you both. That was so funny. Hoban Brothers Motorcycles, Bonnie and Clyde's Gangster Park. I can't wait to bring him on and talk about that as well. And Seafoam and National Cycle. So we're so excited to talk about this and have all these guys on board. And we are going to talk about my adventure first. Sorry.
No, go
hey,
for
it's
it,
your
girl.
show for 27 years. You can talk about whatever you want.
I pulled straws. You guys
Do
were
it.
there, so I won.
Do it.
Well,
That's funny.
I did an event this weekend. It was the biggest and baddest event in the Midwest area. And now listen to me. We used to go to this. We used to ride our bikes, go to this it was like an all day event. People would be drinking in the grass. And I mean, you had probably, oh my God, probably had 800,000 bikes there. Crazy. And now with the climate change, and I'm going to tell you what, there really is a climate change. Because it was effing 40 degrees yesterday, but it was a great crowd, a lot of great crowds, and we went and picked out some great stuff. I know I went out there with John, and he picked out some great stuff. He bought some good stuff. I bought, I should have brought it over for show and tell. I brought this little can of, it's just it's an antique can that I'm going to put on a shelf. I already put it on the shelf in the kitchen. Yeah, it's just an old antique with these old wooden nickels in it. Not nickels. What are they called? Nails. These old wooden nails, like the squared off nails.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's really cool. Anyway, so that was kind of my highlight. I had a great birthday party with my grand girl, and then did that. But Penny, I know you did a swap meet too. See, swap meet time. It is spring. You know, it's spring all over in the motorcycle industry because there's a lot of swap meets going on.
Absolutely. Riding season is way upon us. And Bellwell puts on a really nice, it's called the Cycle Swap. And he does it quarterly here in Las Vegas. And the hubby and I rode out there and checked it out. They had a great turnout, lots and lots of vendors. Really, really, really good stuff. You know, there was quite a bit of stuff that I wanted. But gotta watch the pocketbook, you know. Main Street Moto is set up as they always do, and they had all their goodies there. It was a lot of fun. I had a good time. Really, really.
I love a good swap meet. I'm telling you what, Walnuts is and Buzz and Pixie do it so well. It's so organized, and people are just out there to have a great time. I'm telling you what, that guy that I showed earlier with the Weber, oh my God, they have the best sausage. I said, that's all I took a picture of was the sausage. I was like, yeah, I gotta do that. Okay,
pretty good.
Magic Mike. There's
Magic Mike. All right.
Yeah, him and the crew, Jeff O and a bunch of people were out there this time. It was really a good time. It was fun, and there was good stuff. You see
People
that
come out.
knuckle that they had for sale?
Yeah, people come out. I love that.
Yeah.
One next to spring one. This is the biggest one that they do. Love that they come out and do that. It used to be warmer. Hopefully it'll get warmer with this climate change. But look at that. 14K for a knuckle motor. Man.
Yep. There's Tara from Main Street Moto. Hung out.
Fantastic.
And then the hubby and I did a little riding afterwards, so it was good.
Good for you. Isn't
Yeah.
that great?
It's been perfect.
It's been
What was your weather like yesterday?
80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
40-degree difference.
Yeah, you can't get it. I know. I trust me. I was watching your post and I felt bad for you because I know what that weather's all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dazzlin, you got out and you got fast, girl.
Hey, I did. And you know what? I want to tell you. So I've been doing the track. I think it was my 6th time out there. And, I'm on this health journey right now to get ready for my 48 state ride in
Yeah,
July.
you are.
And I could absolutely tell the difference from my last track experience to this one. All the core work that I've been doing, it completely made a difference in my ride, how I felt today when I got up. And so it gave me a good sense of what it's going to be like to ride the 48 states. But I'll tell you, that track was so fun and it got super hot. So, you when you're on the track, you lower the pressure on your tires. So we started the morning at about 32 pounds I had. And by the afternoon session, I was like, I can't turn this thing. And turn 4 and 5 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway flat track is very difficult on a bagger. Like you just getting set up for it and then you get set up for another one. But by that time, my tires had 45 pounds of pressure in them. That's how much the heat had expanded being out there. But hey, I tell you, I smashed on the straightaways. I hit, a ton more perfect apexes. And you know what? I had a blast. I was out there
I
with
think
me.
Corey's going to show us a little something right now.
Okay.
And then you've got all these sport bikes coming at you.
That's if you can, boys.
That's awesome. What were you doing in that turn? I mean, how fast were you going about there?
Oh, probably not more than like 45, 50 at that point.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're on a full bagger.
Yeah. But that particular turn is pretty dicey. Then you come out of it. I was going, I don't know, 85, 90 on the straightaways. And then, you got to get back down to third gear pretty darn quickly when you come around the backside. But it was just fun. Yeah. One of my girls, Nightingale, it was her first time on the track and she did fabulous. And we're going to be going out about in another 2 weeks on international 5-day weekends.
Oh, good.
Anyway.
Oh my God, how fun. I want to come out when you're doing that. I mean it.
Please do.
Yeah.
The Fuelings bagger was out there and the guys came over and took a look at mine and Jean's bike. I did drag the heck out of my pipes, my little Vance and Hines. But anyway, I'm not going to be getting into King of the Baggers anytime soon, but it's fun.
Come on.
That's great. And I know, Penny, you can talk about that too as well, because King of the Baggers is coming up. And congratulations to you, Dazzlin. That's awesome that you were out there. So much fun. It's great to see you out there and having a great time.
Yeah. Thank you.
It really was. Hey, we want to say hello to Cindy. She said a little late to the party, but I am here. As well as Mike Draco is in the house. Hi, Mike. He says, hello, ladies. Appreciate that so much that you guys are joining. Please give it a like, give it a share. We appreciate that you're here with us. And we want to, Dazzlin, there is something else going on that I think is really fun. And we want to play this clip really fast. And then you can talk about it. Corey, can you go ahead and play that?
Guys, I'm here at a storage unit somewhere deep in the desert because there's a rumor going around that Jared's been buying up motorcycles and just kind of hoarding them. And if that's true, I mean, he can't just keep doing it. We've got to see if it's true. We've got to do something about it. And oh, I think this is the one. I thought maybe this off-grid storage unit might be where, if this is true, he's stockpiling these motorcycles. Let me see. true. Guys, he's buying motorcycles, and what are we gonna do with these? They're just sitting here taking up space. We've got this whole storage unit we're renting out just for motorcycles. We got to get rid of these things. Maybe we can give them away. Yeah, should we give them away? Do you want to win one of Jared's motorcycles?
I love it. He comes off like such a loon. Oh my
He's
god.
such a dork. I mean, he's such a
Oh
dork.
my god. He
He's so
comes off like a
adorable.
loon, man. That's
Right.
great. I love it.
Yeah, he's cute. So yeah, that one TNT Bernali is so much fun. We're going to be giving it away on June the 30th. So just go to fullthrottleLaw.com, click on giveaway. It's not available in every state, so you're going to want to check out the rules. But click to join, and you
When do
can
you give it away?
every day. Oh, we're giving it away on June the 30th.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, there's plenty of time to get signed up and go and win it. How fun.
Is that
Yeah.
the one sitting in the lobby?
Yeah, the one out in the
Oh, I know.
lobby.
I saw
You
it.
know, I'm gonna put
There
a
it is.
penny on it in a little while. We'll send
Corey
you-
is so awesome. He
Right,
just
right.
put this up.
My
Look at
son
it.
has a Benelli
Oh.
shotgun, so now he needs a Benelli motorcycle.
It's funny.
Oh my
there was
God, for
somebody at the
sure.
door said, "Hey, we're giving away
Look
this
at that.
Benelli
Thank you,
motorcycle." I was like,
Corey.
"Fun."
Right?
Cindy says that was creative and funny. Corey, I have to put out a quick announcement. Corey, our producer behind the scenes, you never see him, but he's behind the scenes and he's there, is having a baby next Monday, so he will not be in.
Oh,
Yes.
Congratulations.
And he's gonna have his first baby. I'm so excited. He's been so much fun to work with for the last, I don't know, 6, 8 months. Corey, what do you think? How many? I don't know if he can talk. Can you talk, Corey?
he's been amazing.
I don't know.
He's been really amazing. He makes you girls look awesome.
Yes, he does.
That's right. Oh,
Hey,
he's-
let's bring on or maybe we should go to an ad break and then we'll bring Missy on. What do you think about that, Corey? Let's do that. Let's go to a quick ad break because we have been talking a lot. We want to thank everybody. Please give it a like, give it a share. Let's do a quick ad break. Corey, I've got a live read out of that. And then let's bring Missy on. So we'll be right back after these messages. Hold tight, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us.
The law we practice is personal injury law. Specifically, we represent injured bicyclists and injured motorcyclists. My partner and myself have been practicing for 27 years. We know as a firm how to work together.
Because we focus only on motorcycle crashes and bicycle crashes, we are used to not only the dynamics of how the crashes happen, but we're also used to dealing with the biases of the insurance adjusters that want to put the blame on our clients.
While some products fix problems, Andrews solves them. With nearly 50 years of passion, precision, and high performance, Andrews Products changes the world of motorsports. Engineered and manufactured in-house, Andrews excels by using aircraft steel, then machining to the closest industry tolerances. If you need powerful cams, gears, and transmissions for your ride that are proudly made in America, use Andrews Products. Contact AndrewsProducts.com or call our tech line Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 847-759-0190.
How can you tell if somebody actually cares? Look at their actions. At Full Throttle Law, we are all about protecting riders. We have sponsored or created over 20 safety-focused events in the past year alone. Track days, riding seminars, emergency response classes, first aid courses, garage nights, and fundraisers for local independent charities. Any law firm can help you get a settlement if you get hurt, but we're already on the road with you, doing everything we can to make sure we all get home safe at the end of the ride. Full Throttle Law. We ride together.
That's right. And you can get that motorcycle too by signing up on the link that we have. And I believe it's in the, yep, it's in there. All right. So thank you for joining us on Open Road Radio Motorcycle Mondays. Let's go to our first interview tonight. We're going to talk with Missi Debord, shoemaker. My girl has just got everything going on and such a busy lady. Oh my God. Dude, how are you?
I'm really good. I'm so looking forward to this season.
Oh my God, there's so much going on already.
Yes. I've obviously Daytona Bike Week, getting geared up for TMMR.
Sons of Speed.
Sons of Speed.
You were out there, saw you mostly there. And then I was kind of stuck in a booth for a couple of days. Saw you at a lot of the great of the industry parties.
Yes, of course. Can't miss those.
Yeah, there's on the top of priority.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is so busy. But girl, you have been living your dream for many years. Tell me when you got into this, because I know you used to be with the magazine first, and I'm not sure where all that started. Tell our listeners and myself.
Oh my goodness.
How did you do this?
So I started college when I was almost 40. I was 40.
I was a late bloomer too. Not as
started
you, but late.
I started in 2010, and I was ready for a career change. So I went to school for commercial photography. And that year I went to Sturgis actually for vacation before school started. And I was walking down Lozelle Street and saw a booth set up, and it was Michael Lichter's photography. And I absolutely fell in love. I was like, oh my gosh.
Inspiration right there.
Motorcycles, and it's photography, and it's art, and like I was just completely like amazed, like in awe of it. So all through college,
You have the closest connection. Tell everybody what Michael Lichner.
I'm getting there. So all through college, I like totally just followed his work, and my professor, he was really excited about motorcycle photography because no one had ever done it before. And so in 2013, the year I graduated, it was in February, there was the Easy Riders bike show over in Columbus, Ohio. And I sent him an email and I said, hey, like you have been a great inspiration to me while I'm going through college. Can I come and watch you work? And he replied back like literally within 2 hours. And he said, well, you can come. He goes, but I'm going to put you to work. He's like, you're not just going to watch. He goes, I'm going to put you to work. And I was like,
nice!
That's even better. So I drove over there, which is 3 hours from Indianapolis, about 2.5 hours. So drove over there for the weekend.
Not bad. Yep, not bad.
Got my own hotel room. Next morning, I picked him and his assistant up at the hotel, drove him to the convention center, and the rest is history.
Oh, those were the days when Ohio had the industry parties. I'm telling you, those were the days. I loved all of those.
So I'm kind of sad because I missed out. I feel like I missed out on, because I didn't get into the industry until 2013. So that was my first year. That was my first Sturgis with Michael. And I feel like I missed out like on a lot of the great stuff. Like I didn't get to meet Indian Larry, and I missed the whole biker build off days and all of that. But I will tell you, I've been so grateful and so blessed. I sent in February, I sent Michael a message. I'm like, happy 10 years. So I'm officially though, usually every year.
I think I took this picture. Did I take this picture?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know who took that picture.
I think I took this picture of you. I didn't
Michael.
take that picture, but there's Michael.
But yeah, so every year I've been going out and working with him at the Buffalo Chip the week before the rally, even after when he brought Sean on, Sean wanted to do the traveling with him.
His son.
So I kind of got the boot. But it was great though, because it opened up opportunities for me to start working with Chris and Heather. And and now I've been working for Cycle Source magazine since 2018.
Yeah.
Full time.
Oh, you will go anywhere, girl. You could work for anybody. You're just so you've got it. I mean, and I've seen you work where I'm like, oh hey, and you're just like
Well, I did learn from the best.
hey, thanks for the hello. But you're busy. You're so into what you're doing all the time. I just dig your passion.
Oh, it makes me happy. Like it truly makes me happy. I mean, like, how else? I mean, the other day I was looking back through my Facebook photos because I was looking for something in particular. It takes you forever to scroll through all of those.
Yeah,
And I was
no
just
kidding.
like, wow, look at all the places that I've been. Like, I just and it's all because of this. Like, I could have never.
Okay, speaking of that, favorite place so far. You'll go to so many more. Favorite place.
I know. I will have to say Sturgis is my favorite place. I think if it wasn't for winter, I could live out there in South Dakota.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I say that too.
I love it there.
If it wasn't effing cold out there, I would go live there. But it's colder than Chicago, and I'm just like,
oh, it's so cold. Like the 2020, when they still had rally, and South Dakota had no restrictions. So I spent a month and a half in Sturgis that year, and it was just great. I mean, I was living in my camper, and
yeah.
It was just.
And that's kind of new for you in the past, what, 3-4 years?
I bought the camper in 2020.
Okay, yeah, a couple of years.
So, and then I just moved into this house in September. So,
yeah. How cool. Okay, favorite event or favorite picture you've ever taken?
Oh, that's a hard one for me because just when I think like this is my favorite, then there's another one.
Yeah. How many pictures have you taken?
Girl, I took 2,000 pictures at Sons of Speed.
Oh my God. Right? And
I
that was just at the beginning of the year.
I took 8,000 pictures when I did the Cannonball.
Oh my God.
It's so many to edit. It's so many to go through.
It's so horrible. And
yeah, that's the worst part. I did a lot of pictures, and I was a motor journalist for Quick Throttle magazine for a long time. And Michael Cupp taught me early on, it's cool if you take that many, but then you send them to me and I can't really go through them. And so I just started taking less, and because I hated going through them and editing them. That was the worst.
Yeah, it's so hard.
I have gotten there where I do take less. But like when you get out to Sons of Speed, I mean, it's just hard not to take that many.
I tell you,
like balls out. Everything is cool.
I like to take pictures from behind the scenes. So of the photographers like yourself, I like to do it at Meekum and all over the place. We've got a couple of good local photographers. Glenn Dukeson, I always like to take pictures of him taking pictures because I don't think photographers like yourself, those behind the scene pictures are so cool to get. I used to love them.
Oh, they really are. I love, and those all of the ones that Gina's been showing. Those are like, friends will send me, hey, I took this. Or
what's your favorite camera? What are you shooting with?
I shoot with a Nikon D800 that is used, that I bought from Michael Lichter.
I'm a Sony A7 on auto, just to be real.
Hey, auto works.
It does work. I have a picture of Michael taking a picture of my motorcycle. Because again, I like to take pictures of photographers taking pictures. In Phoenix at IMS many, many, many years ago. And he's so cool with all those belts and those big $10,000-$15,000 big old lenses.
And his knee pads.
And his knee
pads.
Yeah, I was running into him in Mexico because I like to go to the Rocky Point. Have you ever been out to Rocky Point?
I have not been to the rally, but I have been to Rocky Point, and I love it there.
You got to try to get out there for the rally.
I
I'm gonna
definitely want to go for the
Yes.
rally. It just hasn't worked for me to get there for it. So
Mike Draco is asking, what's your favorite ride? Because obviously you have photographed so many rides. What do you think? Or what's the most memorable? I mean, what hit you? I mean, was there some fun or crazy or
I
stupid?
will have to say my most memorable ride is definitely the Cannonball. There's nothing like the camaraderie of those and the tight-knit community and family feel of
Yeah.
just being
I
on
have
that
to
event.
agree with that. I have to agree with that.
And it was 3,800 miles in what, like 18 days, and I was on a brand new BMW, the R18 bagger, and it was
How'd you like that?
It was a great ride.
Yeah. I saw your review on it. That's amazing to me because I want to ride that thing too.
Oh
I
my
really
gosh.
do. But
Yeah.
yeah. So do you get, when you go out on these adventures, if you're not with Michael, do they offer you a bike? Do you demand a bike? Do you get a hotel room? What do you get, girl? Tell us what you get.
Oh, so it's real glamorous. So most of the time, when I go, like, for the magazine, I get a daily fee. I get feature bikes, and then travel expense some. It depends on what the event is, and
tell
then
you,
housing.
press passes are my favorite part.
The press
right?
passes definitely.
Favorite, right? I like the little flag. I'd like
Yep.
to not have to pay $75 to get into whatever particular event it is. So
Yeah. All those little details matter.
All those little details.
Yeah.
But
Like
like for
food
example,
matters. Food matters.
when I'm going to TMMR next month.
Yeah.
And so like my camping is included. My I get a pass, I get a assistance pass. And then I get paid to be there.
Are you assisting Michael?
I'm sorry?
Are you assisting Michael?
No, I'll be working for TMMR and then also for the magazine.
Okay, great. Fantastic. Wow.
Used
How many
to-
magazines?
Oops, sorry about that.
How many magazines have you worked for?
So I started, actually the first one I worked for was Thunder Press.
I thought so.
And then Cycle Source, and then I've had some stuff featured in one magazine in France, and then one in Canada.
Ooh, nationwide. This girl is nationwide.
That's awesome. That's awesome. When I used to shoot a little bit for Barnett's magazine back in the day, whenever an editor didn't want to attend an event or something, I would shoot it with my Nikon D60. But I had an amazing art director. It was like, girl, you got to help me because I'm not a professional photographer, but I really enjoy taking pictures.
You guys are all amazing.
It's really hard being a photographer in this day and age because everybody's a photographer.
I know. Everybody's got a phone.
And
I know that.
And some of those phones, I'm just like, why do I have thousands of dollars of this heavy equipment that I'm carrying around?
Yeah, I remember. I remember Michael Cupp telling me, "Listen, they want to see the big camera around your neck, right?" And I told him I can edit this right away on my phone. It's right here. In my phone, I have 170,000 pictures. I love my iPhone.
75,000.
Yeah.
And I remember one time I was at an event. I was talking to Chris Callen, and he had this big thing and going like, "Man, dude, I'm trying to get some stuff." He's like, "You know what, Gina?" He's like, "This will get you everywhere." And I was like, "Yeah, no." Because I'm telling you, it's like you can buy the best stuff, but that iPhone 5, bam, or the Galaxy. I mean, there's just so many good things out there now.
I think this goes right here.
Yep.
Does that
Hands free.
Right? Missy, is that a consequence? Is that a conflict for you?
For what?
In your career, in your business, all these people are doing
You
this
know,
type of stuff now.
it is really hard. I feel like it's hard to get yourself out there and get other work because there's always some kid out there just posting crap on, and
Right.
nobody, it's getting to where like nobody like really cares what it looks like anymore. I
Yeah.
guess. You
yeah.
know what I
No,
mean?
I hear you, girl.
So
I
it's
hear
like,
you. A lot of podcasts out there.
it can be frustrating. It can be real frustrating. And sometimes you're just like, like why do I even bother? But yeah, I have fun with it, and
Don't ever
I
stop. Don't
I
ever
don't.
stop.
I just, every once in a while you do get that little kick in your butt or whatever where you're just like, ah. And then
Yeah.
but
Well,
then
and,
you get
because everything evolves. Everything
it
evolves. I
does.
mean, I started
It,
on radio. There was only radio. And then there were people doing interviews, and there were podcasts. And I mean, it's come full circle, So yeah, it's you have to just roll with the evolution.
yes,
You
you
really
do.
do.
You do. And it's ever changing. Like I gave up on keeping up on my social media. I'm just like, it's
Yeah,
one
you too,
minute
girl.
you have like
I
9
don't
million
have all
likes,
that time.
and it's like
And
I can't keep up.
I got to hand it to Chris Callan. I mean, I've been working with publications since 1989 when I first started my career at Peterson Publishing Company, and seeing him hanging on
Yeah.
to print, I know it's going to make
Chris has done a great job.
And I can't give that guy enough credit because he
He's
really
on
has
his, what,
done
25th year, 300 thing
Yeah,
now?
the 300th issue is coming out. They just published.
Yeah.
It just went to
Good for him.
print last week.
He deserves that. He deserves it.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and Heather
Absolutely.
worked so hard. Like
Yeah.
they are crazy nonstop.
Well, I mean, everybody in this industry does, and it's crazy amount.
We love it.
You see so many, I mean, us and podcasters and photojournalists and Michael. Wow. I'm so glad to see that he's kind of letting off a little of what he's doing by having other people, both you and Sean, kind of step up to the plate.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely has been a really great mentor for me. Like he's amazing.
What's the best thing you've learned from him?
When you go somewhere, like you can't be timid. You have to walk in there like you own the place and you know exactly where you're going and what you're doing. And you don't ask. It's easier, he says, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is for permission.
Damn straight.
So I think that's one of the biggest things I learned. Like you just got to step up and do the work, and like I said, just walk in there like you own the place.
Right.
I love you. We could talk to you all night long. Thank you so much for joining us on Motorcycle Mondays. Just absolutely love you. Where can people get more information?
So I have a website, www.photog.com. My Instagram is bikerphotog.com with the dot spelled out, DOT.com. And then, of course, and I'm really bad because I don't post a lot on that one. But my personal Instagram is Missi_bikerphotog.
I mean, if you want to see anything that is motorcycle related, go and check out her stuff because she lives it, she breathes it. Missi, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
You love. We'll talk to you so.
Yes.
Okay. We are headed to a commercial break really fast, and then we are going to bring on Tom Hinderholtz and our good friend Pookie from Bullfalls Harley Davidson. We're going to bring. You like that, Dazzlin? We're going to bring them both out at the same time so that we don't run out of time. We'll be right back after these messages. Give it a like, give it a share. Thank you for joining, and give it a comment as well. Bye-bye. Hang on.
The law we practice is personal injury law. Specifically, we represent injured bicyclists and injured motorcyclists. My partner and myself have been practicing for 27 years. We know as a firm how to work together.
Because we focus only on motorcycle crashes and bicycle crashes, we are used to not only the dynamics of how the crashes happen, but we're also used to dealing with the biases of the insurance adjusters that want to put the blame on our clients.
While some products fix problems, Andrews solves them. With nearly 50 years of passion, precision, and high performance, Andrews Products changes the world of motorsports. Engineered and manufactured in-house, Andrews excels by using aircraft steel, then machining to the closest industry tolerances. If you need powerful cams, gears, and transmissions for your ride that are proudly made in America, use Andrews Products. Contact andrewsproducts.com or call our tech line Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 847-759-0190.
How can you tell if somebody actually cares? Look at their actions. At Full Throttle Law, we are all about protecting riders. We have sponsored or created over 20 safety-focused events in the past year alone. Track days, riding seminars, emergency response classes, first aid courses, garage nights, and fundraisers for local independent charities. Any law firm can help you get a settlement if you get hurt, but we're already on the road with you, doing everything we can to make sure we all get home safe at the end of the ride. Full Throttle Law. We ride together.
And they also give away motorcycles. So check it out on the link below. Please check that out. Give it a like, give it a share. Thank you so much. We are back with our friends for the Pandemonium Circus Ride 2023. Tom Hinderholtz is with us, the organizer and curator of the event. Tom, welcome.
Hi,
to the
Gina.
show.
How you doing?
Great to see you again.
Yep.
We're going to talk a little bit about the Panhead, but I want to introduce as well. Pookie is with us, who looks amazing. She doesn't. She's like,
Hey,
yeah,
guys.
no, this is my day off. I'm like, if I looked like that on my day off, I'd be winning, girlfriend.
Love
but
your
I don't
glasses.
look like that.
Your glasses are amazing.
I don't look like that on my day off.
You have to get clever. You have to get really clever. I'm going to tell you right now, because I don't do anything that takes more than like 5-6 minutes. I have no patience. None.
You got it going on, girl. Tom, tell us about the Pandemonium Ride. We are so excited. I'm so excited, but I want to get the world excited and get them registered and get them involved with the Pandemonium Ride. Tell us what it is.
Well, it's a week-long event. It's 2 parts, but we're going to go for a ride. First of all, on the June 17th is our check-in. We leave on the 18th, and we're going to stop at Holben Brothers for lunch on our way up to Kashina. We're going to stay at the casino up in Kashina overnight, and we're going to come back down to Doc's Harley Davidson. They're going to feed us breakfast on that Monday morning on the 18th of June. And then we're going to head over to Tomahawk, and that's where we're going to go up and have dinner at Bonnie and Clyde's Gangster Park. And
I can't wait to meet them.
yeah, it's a neat venue. It's really
It
cool.
really is. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Can't
Really
wait.
great to work with. So then we're going to saddle up. It's 3 nights and 4 days of riding. So we're going to saddle up from Tomahawk and we're going to head south. And on our way, we're going to be stopping at Bull Falls Harley Davidson. And I want to tell you, this is kind of interesting about this. Dave Hosh and I were doing our preliminary recon ride. So, when you do these things,
I love when he says recon.
So at any rate, you're just kind of looking for a good route, and you go on Google Maps, and I was looking for places to stop, Harley dealers, that sort of a thing. And so I stumbled across Bull Falls Harley Davidson. So when we stopped there, and mind you, the bike I ride is a 46 knucklehead. That's my daily rider. And I'll go anywhere. So at any rate, we pull in and Eric is in the parking lot talking to a customer or whatever. And, we go walking in the door and with Eric as well. And he says, can I help you guys? And I'm like, well, I'm going to do this Panhead thing, and he says, I got just the person to talk to. So he introduced me to Pookie, wait here, she'll be out in a minute to get you, So
she's a live wire.
Yes,
Oh my God.
yeah.
If you ever meet Pookie or get to talk to her, she's like,
Yeah.
woo! Love it. Love it.
And so they were just super amenable. I mean, it was like they were on board and, it's kind of like twist my arm, it's like, they're just, can you stay here for 2 hours? I need you to be here for 2 hours. We got to make this an
Tom, I
event.
wanted to be able to talk more about Panheads tonight, but we're going to go ahead. We're going to talk with Pookie too really quick about both laws, but because I really wanted us to talk about Panheads, and
okay,
we talked a little bit too long earlier, but yeah, it's just because it's the Panhead 75th anniversary. It's the 120. It's the ride leading up to the Wild Ones weekend, which is the 75th anniversary of the Panhead, which has 48 to 65, 17 years long. One of Harley Davidson's and bikers' favorite motors. The longest one was the Sportster, but the Panhead was one of the favorite. Even though I want to get a knuckle next, but the Panhead was my favorite as well. But and that's what the Panhead 75th anniversary is all about. There's going to be thousands of people that come down to this event, the Wild Ones weekend. And then, of course, Harley Davidson has her 120th after that. I mean, there's just so much going on with Harley Davidson, Panheads, and cool effing stuff. Right, Pookie? I mean, geez, Louise.
There is. I was really excited when, he just lead back. He, when they brought me out there and saying that they're going to have the Panheads, I was like, oh, come on. You could not have talked to a more perfect person for this. And I know it's going to shock everyone, but I love vintage Harleys. And so, just the whole idea of having a bunch of Panheads, in the parking lot. Oh, please bend my arm. Of course I'm going to be excited. Like, that's right up my alley, Well, I'm in.
So I've always loved a Panhead because it just reminds me of cooking up something in the kitchen.
It is. What it's the cool part though is it's the nostalgia. It's the nostalgia for me. It's the, it's how I grew up. And I think a lot of us, that's what it is. It's that nostalgia, regardless of what you ride, that brings back memories. That's just to me.
What is the favorite motor of Harley Davidson riders?
Oh, I'd say it's the Panheads, I really would. It's,
17 years.
Yeah, well, that and, I mean, there's songs about them, David Allen Cole, that old Panhead of mine.
That old Panhead of mine. We played it here. Oh, that would be my cue right now. That would be my cue.
So yeah, it's an iconic bike. It went through several evolutions. They went from the Hydra glides with the hydraulic front end. Springer actually 48 last year, Springer, and then transitioned to a Hydra glide front end, a hydraulic front end, and then transitioned from there into 58. They went to the dual glide, which had the front and rear shocks. And I will tell you, a bike that had front and rear shocks on it with a spring post seat is like the most pushiest freaking ride you can ride.
I didn't get a 65 first. I got a 48 first.
They're just beautiful though. I mean, and we've really noticed from just a marketing perspective, everybody is looking for that nostalgic piece, that nostalgic key and everything right now. So, we can't wait. It fits perfectly with our whole year this year.
Yeah. It's going to be really exciting. We're so excited about. A lot of people have jumped on board and talked with you, Tom. Just the great sponsors that are being on board and what we're going to do at all the stops. There's how many stops? Like 8, 9 stops. I think
Yeah.
Tom has really got it planned out so wonderfully. And
Well,
that's going to be a really great time.
Yeah, and we're going to take the kids to the Circus World Museum. That's one of our big stops as well. You know, you've got to keep people entertained when they're going, and the
I
Circus
can't
World.
wait to see a bunch of bikers, like 150 of them, at the Circus Museum. That's going to be great.
You know,
It's actually one of the riders stops in Wisconsin. That's like it's one of the places everyone goes. It's actually really cool. I go there as an adult. I remember it as a
I think
kid.
you need to be there.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Dazzlin and Penny have to be there. I'm positive.
That's
That's
a
right
big
up your
place
queue.
that started really small, and I think it's like over 60 acres big now, right?
It's crazy. It's nuts.
Place.
It is. My grandfather took me when I was 4, and I remember it, and I think it was on 6 acres of land.
It claims to be a national treasure of Wisconsin.
Yeah,
So it's a must see, right?
Yeah, Ringling Brothers. That's their hometown. That's why it's there.
Hey, it's to the point in Wisconsin, the elementary schools, that's someplace you go for field trips, like from the time I was a kid.
Yeah,
Hey, I remember going to Ringling Brothers out in the country. I grew up in a real small town, and when they came to actually come,
Oh yeah,
that was a huge deal out
Right.
in Yuma, Arizona.
Yep. Well, they had their own train, and they traveled around and stuff. It just it is. It's really cool. It's Ringling Brothers. They were, showmen, and it's
it's a beautiful ride. That out there, that ride is absolutely stunning. Like from up by Bow Falls down there, to the Baraboo area, there's so much marshland. And then so many of those roads are those red granite roads. It is absolutely stunning riding roads in Wisconsin. That whole ride down there is.
There's
Put it
so
on
much.
my
There's
bucket
so
list.
much.
Yeah.
Put it on my list of places to see.
Yeah.
It really is. It's beautiful. It is beautiful.
Yeah, we're going to run along the Wisconsin River for quite some time. We found a really nice back road. You get down by Wisconsin Rapids and you cut around.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's just gorgeous out there.
We're
Yep.
going to talk more about that in our next show, Tom. Pookie, would you give us more information about Bullfalls, Harley Davidson?
Bull Falls, well, we are located in the heart of central Wisconsin in Wausau, Wisconsin. And we're really just, we're a dealership that's super proud of our history in Wisconsin. So you'll notice that we're a destination. You get to see all about the Wausau logging. But we really just have a passion for riding and making sure that everybody that comes through our doors recognizes that you walk through the doors, you're part of our family, and we're going to show you every stunning ride road in central Wisconsin. Every single one of them.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Tom Hinderholtz, thank you, love. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having
We're going
us.
to get quickly to a couple of quick events, and then we will talk to you guys very soon here on Open Road Radio. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Good night, guys.
Thanks, guys. All right, ladies, let's run through a couple quick events. Penny, I put yours at the end. So, Corey, if you could throw a couple of them up. I think we've got James Lynch is doing the Revolution 1, the bike show, Revved Up and Ride In. And that is coming up in Leesburg. That's this next weekend. Wow. I can't believe it's the end of frigging April already, girls.
Yeah. Crazy.
Coming in hot.
Yeah.
How did that happen? Okay, Corey, just run through them real fast and I'll just talk about them. Oh God, we just came up with this. This is going to be May 3rd. We had Chuck Garrett on last week? No, the week before. And he's with Ellis Cooper. So they're doing a ride. They came up with a ride. Oh my God, that's going to be so much fun. You can check that out on Open Road Radio Facebook. We will put that up. If it's not up already, we'll have that up and check it out. This is you guys.
Yeah, that is the bike night over at Las Vegas Harley. It's always the second Thursday of every single month. So they start at Las Vegas Harley and they ride to someplace fun to get something to eat. Riding to go get something to eat. So Las Vegas Harley every second Thursday.
Fantastic. What do we got next, Corey? Oh, Tennessee, the Motorcycle Music Revival. We just talked about that. That is coming up, and that is May 18th through the 22nd, I believe. And then we've got Sons of Speed. Woo! We'll be there. That's the end of the month. That's the Memorial Day weekend. Yes.
Yeah.
I think is that it? Oh,
Customer swap meet, Red Rock Harley Davidson next Saturday.
No,
It is at
that's Henderson.
Henderson Harley Davidson. My correction, Henderson Harley Davidson. And that is a blast every year. So it's pretty inexpensive to set up. If you want
It's
to be a vendor. It's only
$20 for a 10x10.
10 by 10 area.
fantastic. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, we'll put all these on our website as well as this one, Penny.
Oh, yep. Red Rock Harley Davidson scavenger hunt, April 29th. That benefits Rider SOS. They help local injured and fallen riders. It's only $30 per bike and $45 if you have a passenger. Starts at 9 a.m.
That looks cool. Looks like it's on the waves or something. I like it. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Check it out. Athena After Dark is on right after the show. We want to thank everybody listening from K-Shop, 1400 AM, and the Full Throttle Law Studios. Love you guys. Love you all. Thank you for commenting. Give it a like, give it a share. And we'll talk to you next week right here on Open Road Radio. Gals.
Good night, everybody,
Have a
and be
good
safe
night.
out there. 2 wheels, rubber down.
Woo!
Thank you for tuning in to America's premier motorcycle talk show, Open Road Radio.
Hey, thanks for coming along. We hope you enjoyed the